How can we find peace in the midst of the chaos of life? Hey, welcome back to Mixtape Theology, where we look at the theology behind our favorite 90s contemporary Christian music and poke fun at 90s Christian culture, at least just a little bit. I'm Rachel Cash. I was at the beach last week, and it's the ocean that is the inspiration for this week's vlog, and we're going to take a closer look at Rebecca St. James's 1998 song, Peace, from one of my favorite albums, Pray. Her song, Peace, kind of starts off with a little unease. A song about peace starts off with a sort of ominous tone and describes lightning and thunder, and it has kind of a creepy sort of piano action going on. But then the chorus kicks in and says, "Be still and know that you are God." The song takes us on this journey where at first we find ourselves at a state of some unease, but by the end we are singing praises to the God who still moves us, steals us, and draws us closer to Him. We have some of this same imagery from her song and the words, "Be still and know that I am God," from Psalm 46. The biblical writers would sometimes use seas and water as a symbol for chaos, disorder, and destruction. So, for example, in Genesis 1, we see God hovering over the face of the waters, a disordered chaos. Then the rest of the creation narrative shows how God provides order and peace from disorder. And I've been thinking a lot about this metaphor of oceans and seas while I was on my trip to the beach. Now, because we live in Tennessee, going to the ocean is something that we don't get to do a lot of. It's a big deal for us to go to the ocean. And it's always an overwhelming experience to be looking across this vast expanse of water and then to interact with the waves. It takes some getting used to. And it's been about 2 years since my children have last seen the ocean, and my oldest daughter got knocked down by a wave and yelled out, "You're rude, ocean!" So yeah, the ocean can be pretty rude. So as you can see, the ocean or seas serves as a fitting symbol for chaos. So how does God want us to deal with the chaos in our lives? We have all been knocked down by the waves of chaos. And just when we think we have our footing, another wave comes knocking us over again. I mean, that is the theme of 2020. Am I right? So Rebecca's song, Peace, can help us to remember how to respond. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth." And it's perhaps that psalm that is thinking back to an earlier event in the life of God's people that involved water and being still. And it comes from Exodus. Here's the situation. The Israelites are escaping the Pharaoh in Egypt, and the Pharaoh and his army are in hot pursuit. And then the Israelites get to a sea. They can see the army on one side and the sea on the other, and they are terrified. They think that they are going to die. What can they do? Moses tells them in Exodus 14:14, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." The Israelites have nowhere to go, no way to overcome the sea in front of them, but the one who brought an ordered universe from the chaos of the deep orders the sea to part, and the Israelites needed only to be still. There are other times in the Bible where we see God overcoming chaotic waters. God shelters His people in an ark. Jesus walks on the water and calms the stormy seas. And in Revelation, John tells us that there is no sea. In other words, in the new heavens and the new earth, there will be no more chaos and destruction. And water baptism is a picture of our own exodus when God rescues us from a kingdom of chaos and destruction and into His kingdom of life and purpose. So, what waves of chaos are you experiencing? Perhaps it's not a literal sea in front of you like the Israelites, but maybe it feels just as terrifying. Are you finding yourself trusting the one who can part the waters? Or are you treading water in your own strength? Instead of being paralyzed in fear, we can be still in peace because we know that He can handle it, and He promises to never leave us. That same Psalm 46 that reminds us to be still also says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. So applying this to our lives even further, if God has called you to do something that you know you need to do, whether that is stepping out in some form of obedience or making a choice to turn away from a sin that gives us a false sense of control, and all you can see on the other side is a dark and tumultuous water in your path, God has promised to be with us, and He will demonstrate His power for His glory. Our peace is not a what, our peace is a who. The Lord Almighty is with us. We can trust Him. He is our ark in the chaotic waters of life, so that we can be still and know that He is God. Thanks for watching this mixtape vlog. My Mixtape Theology partner, Dr. Ashley, and I post 2 theology vlogs like this one every month based on a 90s CCM song. We're having a blast interacting with all of you on social media. Come find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. We've even got some fun Spotify playlists that you can enjoy. Leave us a thumbs up and a comment and let us know that you are watching. Tell us your favorite Rebecca St. James song, and feel free to suggest a 90s CCM song for an upcoming vlog. We'll see you next time.